With NAKIVO, protecting data means more than just creating backups. It's about the flexibility to protect any workload, the speed to recover in moments, the simplicity to manage it all, across any environment and language. The latest 11.1 version of NAKIVO Backup and Replication delivers exactly that kind of data protection. Let's start with Proxmox VE. Proxmox VE support has been expanded with more capabilities and faster recovery options. Use Flash Boot to run VMs instantly from backups and then recover the VM permanently to production if needed. Create Proxmox VM replicas to ensure swift recoveries in case of a failure. You can now also back up Proxmox VM templates. Use automated verification to ensure VM backups are functional and can be recovered when needed. And with log truncation for Microsoft Exchange Server and SQL Server, you can avoid unnecessary storage use. Let me show you how all this works. Flash Boot is probably the fastest way to recover VMs after a failure. In NAKIVO Backup and Replication, go to the Data Protection dashboard, click Recover, and select Flash Boot for Proxmox VE. At the backup step, choose the backup you'd like to boot from. Complete the destination, schedule, and options steps, and run the job. That's it. To create a Proxmox VE replication job, go to the Data Protection dashboard, click the plus button, and choose Replication for Proxmox VE. At the source step, choose the VM you want to replicate or select the entire container if needed. At the destination step, select a container and a target storage for the replica. Optionally, assign a target storage pool. Continue through the remaining steps: destination, networks, re-IP, schedule, retention, and options. Click Finish to save the changes and create the replication job. Now let me show you how to back up Proxmox VM templates. Click the plus button and choose Backup for Proxmox VE. At the source step, select templates along with VMs to backup. Configure the destination and schedule settings. At the Options step, enable VM verification to verify VM backups. Choose screenshot-based or boot verification to confirm that VMs can start up successfully. Enable log truncation for Microsoft Exchange and SQL Server to automatically delete their log files. Click Finish or Finish and Run to create and start the backup job. Version 11.1 also adds Granular backup for physical machines. You can now back up specific folders or volumes on your Windows and Linux physical machines. Let's see how it's done. From the Data Protection dashboard, click the plus button and select File Level Backup for Physical Machine. At the source step, choose the physical machines you'd like to back up. Then, hover over the selected machine on the right pane and click the Edit icon. In the dialog box that opens, you can search for and select the folders or volumes you want to protect. For now, you can back up entire folders or volumes with individual file selection coming in future updates. Complete the destination, schedule, and options steps and run the job. Next, version 11.1 enhances the real-time replication functionality for VMware. This feature allows you to create real-time replicas of VMware VMs and keep them updated as changes are made to source VMs with RPOs as low as 1 second. With v11.1, failover for real-time replication can now be added as an action in site recovery jobs. This allows you to automate failover to real-time replicas as part of the disaster recovery workflow. It'll also help streamline recovery steps and reduce manual intervention during failover. The new update also eliminates the need for manual real-time replication setup. The input-output filter daemon is automatically installed on the Source ES X host. This I/O filter ensures all changes to live VMs are captured in real time. Go to Settings and open the Nodes tab to set up real-time replication services. Click the plus button on the far right and select Real-Time Replication Service. In the I/O filter step, choose the cluster where you want to install the NAKIVO I/O filter. On the target side, the journal service is also automatically installed on the transporter during the setup process. No manual setup is needed. In the storage policy step of the wizard, select the VMs you want to protect with real-time replication and assign the storage policy. Once the policy is assigned and everything is configured, you can start setting up your real-time replication job. Another important update in version 11.1 is the MSP Direct Connect functionality. MSPs can now connect to tenants' environments without opening any ports on the tenant's side. Here's how it works. After creating a local tenant, go to Settings and open the Nodes tab. Click the download icon and choose a Direct Connect transporter for Windows or Linux. In the Setup window, enter the public IP address of the NAKIVO Backup and Replication multi-tenant director, along with the username and port. The IP address must be a public address that is accessible from the Internet, and the specified port must be opened on the machine where the director is installed. Then, download and install the transporter on the tenant's site. Once installed, the transporter will securely connect to the MSP director. No firewall changes or port forwarding required on the tenant site. Once the tenant environment is discovered via this transporter, you can run data protection activities for this environment, including backup, replication, and recovery. Finally, the UI is now available in 7 languages. With an interface in English, Spanish, French, Italian, German, Polish, and Chinese, you can now run jobs, automate disaster recovery, or restore data, all in the language you prefer. With NAKIVO Backup and Replication v11.1, protecting data has become more flexible, faster, and easier to manage. Download a free trial of NAKIVO Backup and Replication v11.1 and try the latest functionality in your environment.